Um, well, good evening, everybody. I'm so excited to come together and spend a little bit of time together. Our theme for tonight is sharing stories. And, why do stories matter? Well, they matter because stories are what inspire us. They're what encourages us, and it also allows us to see what's working for other people. So tonight, I have the honor and the privilege to introduce you to three amazing ladies that said yes to sharing their story with you and hopes to inspire you as well. So my name is Tracy Reeves. I'm in Waynesboro, Georgia. I've been working in this business now, inspiring healthy and others for 32 years. And I've heard so many stories over the years, and I'm excited for you to get to hear from some of these ladies personally tonight. So I'm just going to jump right into it and give them time to do that. So we're going to start with Stephanie Farrell. She's calling in from Indiana. And as you can see, Stephanie is a mom. She's a stay-at-home mom, and I can't remember how many children, so I'm not going to say. I'm going to let you say that part. But she's new to the community and new to Juice Plus, but she's already had some things that I'm excited for you to get to hear. And then once we get done with Stephanie, she's going to share her story. Then we're going to come a little bit further south to Charlotte, North Carolina, and get to hear from Dr. Donna Hager. And Dr. Donna is, well, I'm just going to say Donna. She's my best friend, one of my best friends. I've known her forever. But Donna has a tremendous cancer survivor story. And so you're going to be blessed and inspired to hear her story. And I'm so excited that she's able to spend this time and share this with us. And then after Donna, we're going to come a little bit further south to Rock Hill, South Carolina. And another Stephanie Zepsky, um, is going to share her story. And she's not quite as new. She's not been taking it forever like I have, but she has a tremendous gut health transformation story. So if you deal or know anybody that deals with a lot of gut issues, you will love to hear this story as well. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Stephanie, and let you take it away and share your story with us. Thank you.
Um, well, thank you so much for having me today, Tracy. I really appreciate it. I don't exactly know where to start. I feel like something that's so important to tell people is that I had a really hard year. 2025 was really rough for our family. We had our fourth baby back in May, and I unfortunately experienced very severe postpartum anxiety after having our son. And then we had some pretty significant health issues come up with a couple of our kids that involved a couple different hospital stays. And it
Hmm.
was really hard. We had a really hard year. But God is so good. And he healed my children and he healed me of my postpartum anxiety. And it was so beautiful. It was amazing. And we came into 2026 with a really good attitude. And at the end of 2025, I think it was the very end, my husband actually met Steph and Edwin over a Zoom call. And we learned about their product. We decided to try the product. I was really eager to try it because I was dealing with some symptoms from my having my son and my postpartum anxiety and just the things that she was sharing with me about Juice Plus. I felt like it could be something that could really help me. So we decided to do it. We decided to buy the fruits and veggies for my husband and myself and my children. And then I also got the omegas. And pretty quickly, I felt like it was really helping me. And for the first time, I was like, hey, I feel like this is something that I can promote and tell other people about. And I feel really good about these products and about this company. So in January, I signed up to become a partner when it was free. And what was wild was just from the very beginning, from the minute I signed up, God just kept showing up throughout the process for me. And the first time I met Tracy, I remember telling her that I don't ever want to pull out my phone again at the grocery store and make sure that I have enough money to buy groceries for my kids. And the very first bonus that I received from Juice Plus from selling some of the products, I kid you not, I was at the grocery store and it was within $5 of what my bonus was. That's how much my groceries cost that day. And I didn't budget my grocery trip. I didn't make a list. I just went to the store and I bought what my kids needed. I had to buy diapers and wipes and, bread and eggs and that sort of thing. And I just went and I was like, I'm just gonna get what I need to get for my children. And I remember thinking, how weird would it be if my total at the register equated to what I got for my first
Mm.
bonus? Like I said, it was less than $5 different. And I just felt the Lord in that moment, like he was talking to me directly. And it was so beautiful. And so I really feel like God's doing big things. And I was so grateful because the first time I met Tracy, she stopped and she prayed over me. And um, I felt like it was just so beautiful. So I am new at this, but I've made some sales and God has just spoken in so many ways already. So I feel like that's pretty much all I have to say, but it's been really powerful.
Well, thank you, Stephanie, for sharing, and welcome to the team.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm excited about sharing my Juice Plus story because I'm still here to share it. So, 25 years ago, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. I was 47 years old. I had an 8-year-old son, happily married, a good successful dental practice, and I was a sugarholic. So once I was diagnosed and during treatment, I lost a lot of weight with the chemotoxicity, unable to eat or throwing up everything I ate. And I was wishing and praying for anything, just any help I could get. And one of my big wishes is that I would live long enough to see my child grow up. He needed me. So I was on the way to treatment one day and ran into a lawyer I know. And of course, he wanted to know what was going on. So I shared my story. And he said, my wife's involved in a whole food in a capsule. And then that's when they just kind of pleases her, like, what? And so they shared with me the fruit and vegetables, how they work, um, how it played into your health and your nutrition. And they wanted to give me some. So I thought, what the heck? What do I have to lose? So I started that. It gave me hope. Um, and so with that hope, I could wish for something particular that would be possible. And Juice Plus made it possible. Juice Plus made it was possible to get it. It was possible to take it. I started feeling different, with the getting some nutrition into my body. Even my doctors wanted to know what I was doing. And then the blood work confirmed that I was having some changes. And we say Juice Plus bridges the gap between what we eat and what our bodies need to heal or maintain health. Juice Plus was my lifeline. Hope is both a steady companion and a powerful catalyst. And it can be intentionally cultivated. You could, learn to go through these daily practices or habits. And where's the next page? So I can attest to the fact I'm still here today because of Juice Plus. It played a large role in me getting nutrition into my system. Um, and I got to see my son grow up, and I got to
There's not.
share my life with
You
my
had to go, did you?
hope. Hope is a action, and hope was my choice. So I encourage each of us to share our stories, but to build these habits of good nutrition and share the stories, of health and wellness. Hope was had been my survival tool, and it was a spark of transformation for me. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Amazing. Thank you, Donna. And I can't wait to see you. I hope you'll be at conference.
I'm probably,
No.
no, probably.
Maybe. Okay. We'll see each other in 2026 though. That will be beautiful. Awesome. Hi everyone. I'm Stephanie. I think that I've met almost everyone on this call, which is beautiful. If not, I pray that I see you at conference or I see you at the farm for the real boot camp at the end of May. It's going to be beautiful. But I'll keep my story pretty short and simple. There were a couple of times in my life where I didn't have control over the food I was eating, or I was working way too much in Hollywood where I was just feeding myself with alcohol and caffeine back and forth 24/7 just to continue with my life. And after a while, what had happened was my stomach couldn't process what I was putting in it anymore. It was absolutely horrible. I was having IBS. I wasn't keeping any food down. I was having horrible gut symptoms and I couldn't handle it anymore. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. So last year, I was actually scheduled for an endoscopy and a colonoscopy in April. And at the same exact time I was scheduled for that endoscopy and colonoscopy, I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. So fast forward a couple months, I end up going to conference where they have this beautiful Superbiome product. When I found out I was pregnant, I got on the whole gambit of Juice Plus, but then the Superbiome product came out and I had talked to some healthcare professionals and they had said, it's okay to take while you're pregnant. So I was like, all right, Juice Plus, all right, God, do we feel good about this? And the answer was yes. I got on the product. I had my beautiful daughter, Naomi Grace, as of December 31st of this year. And I am 8 weeks postpartum right now. I have shed 40 pounds so far. I feel absolutely wonderful and I am not having any gut symptoms. Everything has completely turned around. So all glory be to God and thank God for this company. And I'm so grateful that Tracy and Fred have poured into me and so thankful for Miss Ann for being the bold person to introduce me to the product a couple years back. So thank you to the team. Thank you for all of my team that's here. Glory be to God. And I'm so excited to see what this future holds for this year. So thank you for letting me share.
Wow, thank you so much. I have goosebumps. I mean, each and every one of you. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Donna. And thank you, other Stephanie. Your stories, I'm sitting here with chills and it moved me. And I know it did. Everybody feels the same way on this call. So, what I'd like to do is I'd just like to kind of put a bow around everything that was shared tonight because I know we've got some brand new people. I don't know if we've got anybody on the team anybody on the call that's not already on the team that's just a guest, but I do know that we've got some very new people. And I would just like to take a few minutes just to kind of give a background to why we're loving Juice Plus so much. And everybody else, you can just mute yourself if you don't mind. I'm just going to share a few things real quick. If I can bring up my screen here, hit share, and then slideshow. Takes me a minute to figure it all out. Okay. So, you heard some tremendous stories and oh my gosh, I'm just so excited that we can build a platform or create something where we can share these with each other and inspire each other. But, let's just start with the basic question of why Juice Plus and why is it such a unique product? And I think we all understand from the stories, but we know that 90% of people do not get enough nutrition in their daily diet. And Juice Plus is 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. And while we make no medical or health claims with Juice Plus, each person just shared their own personal story. What we do know is that common sense tells us that if we put more nutrition in our bodies are going to be able to function properly and heal better. So, what makes Juice Plus unique is that it is harvested at peak ripeness so that all the nutrition is still intact. And then what they do is they pulverize it to a juice and they dry it at a low temperature process so that all the nutrients are preserved. And what's really cool about it is when they take that fruit or vegetable, they take the skin, the peel, the seed, the whole thing. And we've always heard that the most nutrient part of the orange is in the peeling. And that way, through Juice Plus, we're getting all that whole nutrition. And then through a low temperature proprietary process that preserves the nutrition, we are able to turn that into plant powders and put that in delicious chewies or capsules. And I say that Juice Plus is from the cradle to the grave, because it doesn't matter if you're pregnant, if you're a toddler, or whatever age you are. Juice Plus can fit into your life, because we all need to fill in those gaps. And then so Juice Plus came out first, and just several years ago, we also had the addition of the Omega Blend that you see there. And I had been on the fruit, the vegetable, and the trio probably for 20 years prior to them coming out with the Omega. But every time they've come out with a new product, it's just been like another step up into my health. And that is certainly what happened with our Omegas. They are very unique as far as we don't use the fish for the Omegas. We bypass the fish totally to get the Omegas from plant source. And that is just an amazing accomplishment. And so what we're able to have then is 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries in capsules or chewies, but also the broad spectrum of omegas. And I just want you to just take a minute to look at this display here and think about, being able to get all of this, because I know I've heard doctors talk about certain fruits or vegetables that are really created and really help that certain part of the body, whether it's your lungs or your heart or your digestion. But that's that one thing. But think about getting that wide array of colors and nutrition in your diet each and every day. That's what makes Juice Plus so special and unique, is that you're able to get that consistently every single day. And then now with the omegas, which is 6 different oils in the omegas, and it is also a very unique product. We know that, a lot of products on the market today, they're just omega-3s or omega-5s. But one of the things that makes us so unique is that it's a broad spectrum of omegas-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And as you can see from this list, they all do something very specific in our bodies, whether it's help with depression, have healthier skin, or eyes, brain. You can go down the list here. It even helps to promote bowel regularity and helps with nerve pain, cardiovascular wellness. So the omegas has just been another great addition that I absolutely will not go without this product daily in my life. I will tell you something. I did run out over the holidays, and it ended up being like 3 weeks for some reason. I forget what was going on, but I went in that time span, and I realized then how much I love my megas, because I started noticing things that I hadn't noticed before when I got up off the floor and things. So I'm glad to have the megas to help protect me at the cellular level. And so that is one of the things that makes Juice Plus unique, is that it's not a vitamin. It actually is whole food nutrition. I like what Dr. Sear says, is that, there's thousands and thousands of products out there on the market today, but none of them are regulated. But one of the first things that Dr. Sears always asks when someone brings him something new to look at, a new product, the first thing that he asks is it bioavailable? Is your body even going to recognize it? Because we know that a lot of things that people take today is so foreign to them that it actually changes the color of their urine. And that means that their body is not able to assimilate it. And the other thing that he asks does it work at the cellular level? Does your body recognize it, and is it able to utilize it? And that is something that you can say yes about with Juice Plus, because Juice Plus is just food. And your body recognizes whole food nutrition and knows exactly what to do with food. And so along with that, if you look on the bottles of any of our product, you'll see that it has a food label, not a nutritional label. And then we also can say that there's no additives or preservatives or anything added to Juice Plus. It's non-GMO ingredients. It's the vegan, kosher, and dairy-free and gluten-free. The second thing that really makes Juice Plus stand out is the NSF certification. This is a third-party entity that certifies that what's in Juice Plus is on the label, and what's on the label is in Juice Plus. And it means that any professional athlete, when they see that stamp of NSF on the product, they know that they can take that product without any concern of anything showing up in their blood work that's not supposed to be there. And that is really powerful, because I've heard, and I've been on their site, of all the products that's in the market, like less than 1% of the products have that stamp of approval. It's a very high quality stamp of approval that we have on our product. And then the lastly, and the most importantly, is Juice Plus is the most researched brand name nutritional product in the world. This is says over 35 plus peer reviewed published studies. I believe we've got about 50 studies now, and these studies are done at different hospitals and universities around the world that are very notable. And you'll recognize those names as you look at them. And I mean, we've gotten studies. It's hard to keep up with everything, but this is a summary right here. We know that Juice Plus is a bioavailable. We know that from the research that it contributes to cardiovascular wellness and supports immune health, which is very important, and also helps to protect our DNA, reduce oxidative stress. We know that a lot of sickness and disease all starts with the root cause of oxidation in our bodies. And we want to do everything we can to reduce that oxidation. And whole food nutrition do exactly that. They've even got skin health studies. You know, one thing I notice is people get on Juice Plus, they get what we call that Juice Plus glow, and they just look healthier in the skin. And we actually have the European study that shows the science behind that. And then, as you can read the list here, they've got studies on gum health, healthy inflammatory response, supports quality of life in cancer survivors. You know, as Donna was saying, when you go through cancer, your body just takes a beating so much. So I love that we've got medical documentation that it helps people recover from the cancer and maybe the treatments that they've had to go through. Improves metabolism in overweight boys. That is an awesome study that they did in Florida that showed that it helped to help boys have a more regulated blood sugar level. And that's awesome because we know that type 2 diabetes, which is not hereditary, but is on the rise, and then supports lung health in smokers. You know, I've heard recently about someone getting lung cancer. They weren't even a smoker. So how awesome is it that we've got research that shows that it helps that even if you do smoke, that it helps you have healthier lungs. So we've got amazing research on Juice Plus. There is nothing like it in the marketplace that can really hold up a candle to what we have. You can take all the vitamins in the store that are sold, and they do not have the research combined that we have in Juice Plus. As a matter of fact, because of all of that, Dr. Richard Du Bois, who was one of my favorite speakers about this topic, he has a quote that says, "There's nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do." And that's why we're able to share so many wonderful stories. So I just want to stop right there and really just say thank you again for the ladies that shared. And, you know, if you've heard something tonight that made a difference for you and give you that hope, we invite you to join us. Join us in this wellness revolution. And you yourself can become a wellness warrior. You know, that's what I did. I've been taking Juice Plus for 32 years ago, and it made a difference in my health. But I also became that wellness mom, that warrior mom, because I wanted to promote that health for my whole family. And maybe you're sitting there and you're thinking of people that you would love to see that make a difference. And so we invite you to be a part of our community and to learn about helping share this with others. But maybe you're sitting there and you're thinking like maybe there's a whole list of people. You're not just thinking of one or two. Maybe you're thinking of like 8 or 10 people in your head that can benefit from this. We all know lots of people in our lives that need Juice Plus. And for those of you, I just want to take just a moment just to say, you know, come join us, come be a part of our community where we really are trying to inspire healthy living around the world. And, you know, just like our product is unique, our business model is unique too. You know, even tonight on the call, you heard from a dentist, Dr. Donna Hager, and you've heard from a couple of moms. We have a business that's unique model for anybody. It doesn't matter your background or what you do as a full-time business, because we have a product that's so easy to share. When it makes a difference for you, you want to share it with other people. So for anybody that's wanting to do that, it's just $52 to be with our company. It's a yearly fee. And the good part is you get to work from anywhere. Most of my business is done over the phone because I just enjoy talking with people and sharing our information. But we have a very small focused product line, so there's not a whole lot of confusion. We just have whole food nutritional products, and they are consumable. And that's what's really important. Remember years ago when we fell in love with the product and we fell in love with the opportunity to share it with other people. My husband caught the vision of what this could be as a business for us as a family. And I really didn't understand it, but I do today. And what he saw was that we had a viable product with a strong company. And if people love the product like we could, this could be a great opportunity to be able to say yes to some things in our family that we wanted to do. And sure enough, that's what happened. But we've got customers that have been with Juice Plus for over 20, 25 years. We've got team the same way because Juice Plus is such a great product and such a strong company. So if you're looking for a way to just supplement your income, you heard the story from Stephanie tonight. That very first bonus that she made, that made an impact on her. So it may not be for you, but who do you know that would love to earn extra income without any overhead and on a part-time or full-time basis? So you don't have any inventory in our business simply because it's like the e-commerce. We've got the best of all the worlds. So when we help somebody get started with Juice Plus, we help them place their order and the company takes care of shipping it to all of our customers. And that is such a freeing up for us that we don't have to worry about those things. So therefore, we have no overhead. My overhead is really just my product and any travels that I do. And anyone who's partnered with us, they get first class websites with all the research and all the doctors' videos. We have so much good resources at our fingertips. You don't have to become a professional. You just help people connect people to the information that we have. And I love that anything that you achieve in this business, you never lose it. It's always there. You never go backwards. And that's also important too. So again, I just want to say thank you for being on the call. And I look at Juice Plus as a gift. It's a gift as a product, and it's also a gift to be able to share it with others. And we would love to have you be a part of us and lock arms. And I love what Wendy Campbell said. We are given the gift of hope based on science when we share Juice Plus. So that's going to be all of our call tonight. I want to thank you so much for being on the call. Thank you, ladies, for sharing your story. I'm going to stop my share now, and then we'll just stop the recording, and then I'll stay on and answer any questions if anybody's got any questions.